I just want to share one thought this morning. When we think about ministry, business, life, why are we here on earth? The Bible says that no one is an island to himself. Like, we're not born to ourselves and we don't die to ourselves. In other words, we're interconnected. And that connection is in many, many different ways, but one of them is influence. We want to influence people. And so we want to make a difference in the world. And but that's not something that we don't naturally make a positive difference in the world. If I just do what's natural to me, I will affect people in a negative sense. And so it's a matter of applying the right principles, putting myself in the right position. And so if we want to make a difference in the world, I want to read one verse today. And that verse is something that's very, very important to me. And it goes kind of contrary to how we would naturally think. But it helps us to put ourselves in the place where we can make a positive influence in the world. And this verse is Proverbs 18:24. The first part of the verse says, "A man of many companions," and some say friends, "may come to ruin." Some versions say, "A man that has friends must show himself friendly." But it says, "A man of many companions may come to ruin." And then it says, "But there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." First of all, we have to remember this is Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs is God-given wisdom given to us in the form of proverbs. A proverb is something that is generally so. This is what God says based on, this is not Solomon's wisdom. This is God's wisdom given to Solomon, to us, given us a proverb that he says, consider this is generally so. This is the general rule of life. This is how it generally works. In other words, put yourself in such place. But it says, a man of many companions will come to ruin. See, someone says, show me your friends and I'll show you who you will be in the future. I would also say, show me how many friends you have and I'll show you who you will be in the future. See, we have a thinking that I got to have a lot of friends. I have to have popularity. People got to like me. And I got to be friends with everyone in order to be influenced. But a friend, I always say, a friend is someone you stand on equal ground with. That's a friend. He doesn't condemn you. He doesn't lift you up. Neither you do to him. You stand on equal ground with. But he's also support. And so it says, a man of many friends or many companions will come to ruin. Because what happens, if I want to make an influence, I got to watch what kind of friends I have. And I can't be friends with everyone. Doesn't mean I can't be an acquaintance. Doesn't mean we can't work together, everything. But when it comes to our circle of friends, it's so, so important. And so it says a man of many. So because if I have 100 friends, for every single one of them, I have to compromise something in order to keep them. One of them will say, well, Wednesday's my birthday. Why don't you come for my birthday party? And then you will say, but I have a Bible study. You have Bible studies all the time. I only have birthday once a year. Why don't you come? So you compromise the Bible study to go. The next one says, we're doing this fishing trip over the weekend. Why don't you come? But we were going to have something in church. Well, you have something in church all the time. Why don't you come and come on this activity? Those are how many people do with us. And one makes this compromise here, many compromise here. And so you have many companions or many friends, and all of a sudden you have no standards of your own. You have no convictions of your own. You're no longer your own person. You're pleasing this one, pleasing that one, pleasing that one, pleasing that one. But then he tosses the coin to the other side and he says, but there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And some say that's Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ, he called his disciples friend, but this is a proverb. God has given us a proverb. That's what he's given us, a principle, a rule for life. Is what he's getting. He says there are friends that stick closer to than a brother. In other words, there are friends where you will say, they will call you and say, hey, it's my birthday. Why don't you come in? You say, but we have a Bible. Say, hey, then you better go there because that's good for you. I have birthdays all the time, every year, and you can come next time. That's the kind of friend, he will support you in doing right. And he'll say, hey, come, why don't we have come on our fishing trip? But we have this very important thing in church. Oh, why don't you go that? Oh, I have to do this at work. Oh, why don't you do that? Or I haven't read my Bible. Oh, why don't you do that? He's there and he supports you in your development in doing right. So here's my challenge and my message. If you want to make a difference in the world, if you want to put yourself in a place where you can influence the world for positive, don't try to have everyone as your friend. Doesn't mean that you don't like them but not everyone has to be your friend. Find yourself some friends that will support you in becoming the person that you need to be, a person with conviction, person with standard, person with commitment, person with principles, person with order, person with focus that will support that. And a person that will come to you and say, hey, what you're doing is not right. It's better to have the wounds of a friend than the kisses of an enemy. And so the friends that we surround ourselves with can be a very small circle, but we have to have friends that support us in doing right. Thank you and God bless you.